Rightio, today we are going to visit Meliks and take back some side skirts. You obviously know that he's done a front and rear bumper for his Saxo. We actually had the side skirts down here, so we're going to take a trip up, and there's a few other bits planned. So looks like he's going to be fitting a bumper for somebody who's bought one, which is not been fitted right at the body shop. So Meliks said bring it round to his and he'll have a go at it himself. Should be fine because it came out of the same mould which he made this from. So obviously the body shop have had a few problems with it, but we'll see how we get on.
Today, refitting one of these bumpers, which I have shown nicely fit on a Saxo with my blue car there. However, have we added an under tray? Oh, you added a bit of the... Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had a bit of aluminium or something under there, I'm not sure.
Right, basically you can see the pot rivets under the headlights and how it does, there's no fitment. Again, the pot rivet and the way it's just not a smooth fitment. They fitted the under tray to pull the bumper in to hold it all together. Here you can see under the headlights where you can see the fitment there.
But instead of shaved and busted up to the lip of the back, we're going to have to take all of this off, trim it back. That's got a fair bit there. Bit less. Looks like it's got to go back to about there. So first, all of these. Just going to take most of the time, I think.
So this is just a case of pulling all the front end off, and you can see where the pot rivet holes are. But you can't do much with them because it's already been painted. And the under tray will have to come off. Also, they've ruined the side of this by putting those extra flaps on the side. So what Meliks going to do is just pull the arch liners out because they're in the way.
Scene 90.
So we've had to just chop that flap because it poked out and the bumper wasn't sitting right, and cut the clips underneath the arch to make it all sit nicely. Now it's time to remove the disaster that is the under tray. Which took a lot of drilling, hammering and poking about, but in the end it finally came off, and that can go in the bin. So, as you can see, Meliks is shaping the top of the bumper and the corners to try and get it to fit, well, a nice fit on the front of the Saxo, which mostly took a couple of hours and about 10 attempts to get right. But in the end, it came out nicely.
Right, and in fact that's too far back, so that might help that come further. How's that looking, Lee? Hold that. Just literally, just put your finger there. Yeah. Yeah.
It's near enough there.
Mate, that was, yeah, maybe a mil, maybe there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit there and there. Yeah. So close.
Huge ones that he used. They were massive.
Do we want to put the headlights in first so we know where? Because otherwise you're going to end up having to take the headlights out to access the screw heads, and that is not convenient.
Oh, that's going to be quite annoying.
Yeah.
So you can see how much has been shaved off to make this fit perfectly.
Video, I'm just stood there like
Oh, we lost it. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Start again there. Right, if you can feed that in from above.
Now it's just a case of finishing touches to put it all back together.
Better, isn't it? It could still go more though.
Yeah, that's alright.
But yeah, if that irritates you, do what's been done on the blue bumper.
Now you can see that that fits much better, and Melik, you've done an awesome job there, and I believe the girls were really happy with the outcome. Dan's just dusting it off, and yeah, it came out really well compared to what it turned up like anyway.
Yeah, quite like the mirror caps on these. Don't see standard mirror. I love that you're like, is that going to get off the driveway? Or it's very low. Yeah, that will, mine won't. Yeah.
Right, so that was the trip up to Meliks basically. It went really well. Took a long time to shape that bumper though, but I absolutely love it. You know, I love doing all that shaping business, but the main thing is that she was happy with the finished product that the body shop couldn't do. So yeah, it was good of Melik to actually get them to come round, show them what the problem was, and show that his product was as it was meant to be. So yeah, fucking 100% good there, Melik, you know what I mean? Keep going. Ooh, new toolbox for Lee. Lee boy's bought himself a new toolbox. George Foreman's going on there.
no fucking ain't. And it's going to be locked and all.
We now have more space. So basically, the back wall's been knocked out, and if I stand in the corner, we've got all this room to work on. More things. But we will see what happens with this area. We've got other ideas for it apart from building cars. So Lee's going to put his beamer in here and work on it, and Dan might get something to put in here, eh Dan? But we will see. But this is mainly for something else that we've been thinking about doing for a long time. So right, we're currently busy trying to get the high pressure power steering pipe off, which is easier said than done. So basically, this is the old one, runs all the way down through the engine bay. There's the power steering sensor clip. The pipe runs all the way under the block, under the subframe, and back up the other side.
Right.
Hey? Lee's on it with a wobble socket. We do love a wobble socket.
This is rare footage of Lee working on a car.
Yeah.
Rare. I actually do anything up here.
Always standing around waiting to see you, don't
Yeah.
they? Always standing around waiting to
Who's standing around now?
me. Right, so yesterday we tried to get this power steering pipe on the S2, which was an absolute ball ache, but threaded it around the power steering rack at the back underneath behind the subframe, which is just like so tight under there, and we got to take it back out and try again, because we're going to try and cable tie them together and then slot them in as one piece rather than two pipes, because you can't clip them together and then screw them into the power steering rack. Also, this part of the pipe here is slightly different. It used to just run straight across and down. Now this is a 180 pipe. It's practically the only one that I could find. It came as a set, so the high pressure, well, both the high pressure hoses, and yeah, it's just slightly different, but the main thing is that it fits the car perfectly. It's just got that one bend in it that could pretty much do without. The reason why that we could do without that is, I'll show you. The reason why I could have done without that bend in the pipe here is because when Matt made the chrome pieces for this, he'd done it so that the pipe would come straight up and the hole was there for the reservoir. So this is going to have to be modified to fit the steering pump reservoir, but it shouldn't be a big deal. So I'm just going to wait for Lee to turn up because it's still early. It's only 7 o'clock, but yeah, we'll get that pipe on, bleed the steering rack. That's another job ticked off the list.
Done.
Done?
Done.
Oh, right. Right, so now the power steering pipe is done after fucking about for a day and a half. The pipe's got twisted around by the steering rack, way down here, and took it back out, cable tied together, and it slipped in nicely. Also bought clips for this, so this is all nice and tight, but all the old pipes back on. Rightio, we're sat in the car today and I'm gonna sort out the interior. So the first job is sorting this centre console out where this TV sits, just above where the iPad would usually go, but we'll talk about that later. So what I've actually started doing with the centre console where the telly sits is sand it down, pull all the shitty old filler out of it. So basically it's mainly just from the heat, I would say, so just had to chip all this out all along the front where it lifted, and rubbed it down, and obviously on the back there's a spot there which has got to be rubbed down and filled and smoothed. So that's a little job for today. So let's get on with it. Rightio, so I've sanded it all down, the centre console is, and just waiting for the filler to dry. So basically looks a bit rough at the minute, so I'm just waiting for all that to dry. Also done the back part there, and then sand it down, primer it, and spray it with the colour that we've got matched up. So hopefully it is the same colour. So I know it's not the best light, but it's actually come out really well. I'm really happy with that. Rightio, so we've actually taken the old stereo and the iPad out of this, and we're going to try and modernise it a bit. The centre console will be changed. Usually what sits in here is first gen iPad. We're going to buy, well, we've actually ordered a new centre console with all the heater vents, etc. And we're going to put a single DIN 13-inch Android tablet in its place. And that will take the stereo out of the glove box and all the wiring away from the glove box and keep things simple, and also it'll be nice and updated. Apple CarPlay, Android CarPlay, whatever you call it, arrive in the middle of this week, which I'm excited about. I've tried to keep it as original as possible, and I did look for these there wheels but couldn't find them, so I found something which is pretty similar. Spent ages looking for wheels and just keep it as it is, or as close as Matt originally built the car, which I think is nice, you know. And obviously the new wheels, TEC wheels. Tried to keep it very similar to what was already on there. This is the closest thing. We'll obviously have to change these centre caps, some are on the way. We'll obviously have to change these centre caps. Okay, let's get down to it. So, right, we've got a bit of a problem. Well, it's not really a problem. It's more of a safety issue with these mirrors. These mirrors are DTM mirrors. They look great on this car. But the problem is, when you're driving in traffic, you can see sweet fuck all around the car. And what we're going to do, because Dan is hopefully going to drive his 206 to the reunion show, is swap them out for... So we're going to swap them out for these new mirrors. Just like N3 mirrors. They're on the 106 and Clio as well. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint these here the same colour as this two, and put the original mirrors in a box and take them to shows and just put them on. But like I say, it's more of a safety thing because you can't see nothing. Like, I've driven it plenty. When Lee drove it back here, he couldn't see nothing. We're pretty much on the phone telling him when he could go in and out of traffic. So I'm just going to do this to make it a little bit safer, because in 20 years the traffic has got a hell of a lot busier here. And when this was built, I expect it was alright to drive it, but now it's a bit different, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to crack on, paint these mirrors, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. Rightio, so I've primed these mirrors. They're not looking too bad. I'm just going to wait for it to tack off, and then we shall put a bit of paint on it and see if we can get it to match that car as best as possible. It's never going to be perfect, is it? Because this paint's been on it for 20 years. So yeah, we're just looking to get it near enough. Okay, so I've just finished painting the mirrors, chucked some lacquer on them, and well, I'll give you a look. So they haven't come out too bad, to be fair. Really happy with them. Next step, let them dry, and then we'll put them on the 206, see what sort of colour match we got. But like I said, it's mainly for safety, and going to and from shows. Okay, so the mirrors are painted, and they haven't actually come out that bad, to be honest with you. Not a bad colour match, but not the worst colour match. Right, the next job is basically to do the front Moretti lights. Moretti lights have got cracks on the outside ones, and I've managed to track some new ones down on auto dock. A lot cheaper than you'll find them, say, on a Moretti website. A lot cheaper. So that was a bonus, saved a whole heap of cash. And well, fingers crossed they fit firstly. So I'm just going to show you what they look like now, show you the new ones, and then I'll whack them on. It's the same part number, same fittings, so fingers crossed we can do this on the cheap and not have to go and pay a fortune for them. Right, so both sides have got cracks in them. I don't know if the camera, there you go, you can see the cracks in these side ones. Same on the other side, and this is the new one, or there's two of them, there's another one in the box, but this is one of them. Exactly the same fittings. So obviously it's going to be a case of mostly taking this off and lifting the bonnet up, and then what we'll do is swap them over, see if it fits. I'm not going to be able to film it because I've just broke my tripod, so that's fucked. So I'll show you the finished thing anyway. Okay, so the lights actually fitted, which I'm really pleased about, but there was one little thing that needed to be done to make these lights fit, which I think is, well, it's quite a clever little gimmick, to be honest with you, so I'll show you. Right, so basically this is the old light. Now it's only got two mounting points, and then I have a clip up here. The new light has three mounting points, so what I've done is I shaved that mounting point off, because on a Moretti light you have a clip here which mounts it into place. So basically, if you need lights for your Morettis and you don't want to pay the silly price, just get some off AutoDock. The code's on the front or the back. Put it into AutoDock, see if they've got it, and just adjust it to make it fit, because basically that's what it was all about, isn't it? Making shit fit. So yeah, it saved an absolute fortune. Yeah, like I said, these were definitely a lot cheaper from AutoDock than they were from Moretti. So, job done. I'm absolutely over the moon with that. There you go, Lee boy. Good old hammer.
Phillips screwdriver, okay.
What we're doing is changing the fuel pump, because this one is squeaking, and it could be the cause of why it's not starting, because everything else has changed. So we're going to give it a go. So it's time to get rid of these shitty seats. Really fucking uncomfortable, aren't they, Lee?
Yeah.
So we're going to take them out of there, and got these off Marketplace for absolute bargain. Also going to be changing this steering wheel, swapping it back with the original one that came with the 106, the Momo one, after a bit of a clean up. Right, so finally got the new seats in the Peugeot, along with the new fuel pump, and now the car starts spot on every time, which is what I wanted. So yeah, I'll spin it round, show you the new seats and the steering wheel. So obviously got a different steering wheel, bit bigger, easy to turn now. It's not like driving a little golf buggy. And there's the new seats, which have made a big difference. Be nicer on longer drives. Also got this spoiler to put on the back of this. We'll give this a go over the weekend and see what it looks like. I've seen a couple of photos on the internet and they sort of look alright, but obviously you have to drill new holes, and if it doesn't look right, it's not going to stay on there. The only problem is that the holes for this spoiler are actually here, and obviously if we put this on and it doesn't cover it, the holes for the new spoiler will be down here somewhere, which means that'll get left till next season, I think, because time's ticking away. We've still got to finish the coal. Still waiting after 7 weeks for the BCM or the UHC to come back for that. Lee's got the wheels in order, and we need to jack it up, put the exhaust in place in the middle once we can move it, and then we'll be well on our way to finishing that. Now the 206 is ready for its MOT along with Big Blue, which should go next week, and yeah, it's looking really good. A few other bits and bobs planned, but that will be in the next video. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe and share and all that, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.